The silent century of slavery. It was the final decades of the 19th century. The land of the Indian subcontinent was silent. But this silence was not peace. It was the silence of slavery. The War of Independence of 1857 had failed. The Mughal Empire, which had ruled the subcontinent for centuries, had collapsed into the pages of history. The British Crown now ruled directly. Railways were built, courts were established. Schools and colleges appeared. Yet power, justice, and decision-making remained solely in British hands. In this darkness, a new idea slowly began to emerge. The idea of political struggle. The revolt of 1857 taught the British one clear lesson. If Indians ever united again, empires could shake. So the British adopted a dual policy. On one side, strict laws, military force, and suppression. On the other, limited political freedom. This freedom was meant to trap anger in paperwork, so it would never turn into rebellion. During this time, a new class emerged. Graduation capped the English-educated Indian elite. They were lawyers, doctors, teachers, civil servants. They understood British law and politics. They did not believe in violent rebellion, but in constitutional and peaceful struggle. Bust in silhouette A.O. Hume, an Englishman, a fear, a plan. History took an unusual turn when the foundation of the Indian National Congress involved an Englishman. Small Blue Diamond Alan Octavian Hume, A.O. Hume. He was a British civil servant. But the memories of 1857 haunted him. He believed, if Indians are not given a platform to speak, one day they will speak through guns. From this fear emerged an idea. A political platform, where Indians could express grievances peacefully. This idea became the Indian National Congress. Classical Building 1885, the birth of Congress, a quiet beginning. Calendar December 28, 1885. Round Pushpin Bombay, Mumbai. Only 72 people gathered. No slogans. No crowds. No revolution. But history is not always made by noise. Sometimes, in silent rooms, the destiny of nations is written. The first president of Congress was Wimish Chandra Banerjee. The early goals were simple. Discuss Indian problems. Present demands to the British government. Develop political awareness. This was not a mass movement. It was a political seed. Direct hit the moderate phase, 1885 to 1905 Hope and Petitions. The first 20 years of Congress are known as the Moderate Era. Key leaders included Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Pherozeshah Mehta. They believed, the British are just. They only need to hear our arguments. Their demands included Indian representation in civil services, reduction in taxes, judicial reforms, representation in legislative councils. Moneybag Dadabhai Naoroji and the Drain Theory. Naoroji declared, India's wealth is being drained to England. This was not just an economic theory. It was the first intellectual attack on British colonial exploitation. Warning criticism of Congress and Muslim concerns. Over time, dissatisfaction grew. Many Muslims felt Congress was becoming Hindu-dominated. Muslim political interests were being ignored. Their separate identity was at risk. These concerns would later change the course of history. Through one remarkable leader. Crown Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, a ray of hope in Congress. At the turn of the century, a young, brilliant lawyer joined Congress. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He was highly educated, A firm believer in constitutional politics. A strong supporter of Hindu-Muslim unity. He earned the title Ambassador of Hindu-Muslim Unity. Within Congress, Jinnah advocated cooperation, protected Muslim political rights, promoted dialogue and constitutional reform. Fire 1905, Partition of Bengal, a political turning point. Lord Curzon announced the Partition of Bengal. This decision was political, communal, a clear example of divide and rule. It awakened national consciousness, brought Congress closer to the masses, but also deepened communal divisions, extremism and Jinnah's disillusionment. Congress politics began to change. Emotional slogans replaced dialogue. Street politics replaced constitutional debate. Leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal pushed aggressive nationalism. Jinnah opposed political extremism, emotional mob politics. He believed freedom achieved without unity will destroy the nation. This ideological gap slowly widened the distance between Jinnah and Congress. Brain the Muslim League and Jinnah's historic decision. In 1906, the All India Muslim League was founded. Initially, Jinnah acted as a bridge between Congress and the League. But gradually, he realized Muslim political rights are not secure within Congress. This realization became the foundation of a separate Muslim political struggle. And eventually, the creation of Pakistan. Clapperboard conclusion: one entry, two paths, one history. The entry of Congress into the subcontinent was not a sudden revolution, but a slow political awakening. Yet this very entry led to two distinct paths: the Indian National Congress, the All India Muslim League. And standing at the center of this turning point was Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, a leader who transformed Muslim fear into purpose and gave them a destination. This is not just the history of political parties. It is the story of ideas, disagreements, and the fate of nations. After growing disillusioned with Congress, Muhammad Ali Jinnah formally joined the All India Muslim League in 1913, while still hoping for Hindu-Muslim unity. For a time, he worked tirelessly to unite both parties. Scroll 1916, the Lucknow Pact. This was a historic moment. Congress accepted separate electorates for Muslims. Hindu-Muslim unity seemed possible again. Jinnah played a key role in this agreement. This moment marked the peak of Jinnah's cooperation with Congress. Warning 2. Gandhi's rise and Jinnah's exit from Congress, 1920. Everything changed when Mahatma Gandhi rose to power in Congress. Gandhi introduced mass politics, civil disobedience, religious symbolism in politics. Jinnah strongly opposed this approach. He believed politics must be constitutional, rational, and disciplined. When Congress launched the non-cooperation movement, 1920, Jinnah warned it would lead to chaos. Congress ignored him. Broken heart in 1920, Jinnah resigned from the Indian National Congress. This was not anger. It was heartbreak. Mosque 3. Muslim League becomes the Muslim Voice, 1920s, 1930s. After leaving Congress, Jinnah dedicated himself fully to Muslim political rights. Key developments: demand for safeguards for Muslims, opposition to majoritarian rule, growing belief that Muslims were a separate political nation. Scroll Nehru Report, 1928. Congress proposed a constitution with no separate electorates. Jinnah rejected it. Scroll Jinnah's 14 points, 1929. A clear Muslim political charter demanding federalism, provincial autonomy, minority safeguards. This document became the foundation of Muslim politics. Government of India Act 1935 and Elections, 1937. The British introduced provincial autonomy. Ballot box with ballot 1937 elections. Congress won massive victories. Muslim League performed poorly. But what followed changed everything. Crossmark Congress rule, 1937 to 1939. Muslim culture marginalized. Urdu discouraged. Vande Mataram enforced. Muslim concerns ignored. For Muslims, this period felt like a preview of future Hindu rule. Jinnah declared, "This is Hindu Raj." Muslim support for the League surged. Fire 5. The Pakistan Resolution, 1940. Calendar March 23, 1940. Round Pushpin Lahore. Jinnah addressed a massive crowd. For the first time, the demand was clear. Independent states for Muslims. This became known as the Pakistan Resolution. From this moment onward, the idea of Pakistan was no longer a dream. It became a political demand. Crossed Sword 6. World War II and final breakdown. During World War II, Congress resigned from ministries. Muslim League cooperated with the British. This strengthened the League politically. Post-war negotiations failed. Cripps mission. Cabinet mission. Congress wanted a strong center. Muslim League demanded autonomy. Trust collapsed. 1947, Partition and Independence. August 1947. The British decided to leave. India was divided. Two nations were born. India. Pakistan. But freedom came at a terrible cost. Over 1 million deaths. 14 million displaced. Endless human tragedy. Jinnah became Quaid-e-Azam, founder of Pakistan. Final thought. When unity failed, destiny chose separation. From Congress to partition. History did not move in days. It moved in decisions. If you liked this video, please like it, share your opinion in the comments, and subscribe to the channel to watch more historical videos like this. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.